2 to get Robs out from market. He'll try to find his point of contact. A little more damage lined up. Robs, oh, there's a team kill sprinkled in here right before Wonderful dies. He unfortunately shoots JL in the back of the head, and Robin, down to 49 health, has a very wounded Na'Vi, separated with bomb in between them.
Teammates coming in slow, but who needs help if you're Robs?
Alexi a little late to this one, but still just 2 more players to take out of it. Trying to climb out from the window, trying to fake as if he's dropped, try to catch them off with an angle, and they are on the move. These are the hard hitters of Vitality.
Oh, Alexi's out. Mezzi gets the info late, so he makes a last-second protocol adjustment, runs forward through the smoke, takes the guy who's trying to scale the E-box, which is a key spot for the T's to get to make sure you can't come out of the door or window. And he's in a spot that they're not ready for, because who plays like that? So really nicely done. If he had gone standard, it was too late to get anything out. He wouldn't be able to set up for a good peek. There would have been someone waiting for him to appear at bench over top of the smoke. And then Robs does the rest, really.
You know, ever since Robs' inclusion, we've got this new level out of Mezzi. Where does he place for you when it comes to roles alongside Mezzi?
Oh, it's incredible. He's really flourished since Robs has come on. And then there's something about that when we're... that's for Apex, right? There's something about that where he, you know, with Spinks on the roster, he was not nearly as comfortable. When you have Robs on your team, I think you just automatically get better because he requires so little space. He generates space. He gives it away. And now he's working alongside Robs, who he's the best in the biz at what he does.
Very quiet approach this time. Wonderful with a chance to have caught somebody in connector. Zywoo's going to be presented a couple of targets, and the trade's good, but it is also from Apex. Then the chair player dropped. Robs gets active off Catwalk, walks in on that action, as does Bit within a sight. We go back and forth. Fast game of tug of war. Both sides of the map compromised, and Wonderful's going to get the fadeaway. Now the weird thing is Bomb is in the possession of Vitality here. Sitting inside bottom connector where the first trades went down. Ooh. Bit shows a little skin, comes back at it from the bomb site. Now he's been dropped down to 24 health. But he's trying to get Wonderful back in as they continue to drop him. He brings one with him.
That is so key. We're in a one-on-one now. Wonderful's hit some great shots this game. He's on and off. He had that fantastic move tracking Apex, I think, coming to the top of mid. Mezzi has to make a game time decision. He doesn't have a great gun, but to be honest, doesn't matter about the weapons right now. It's a little more scary for Wonderful, who has to scale with this op.
Has to scale with this op and cannot afford to miss the shot.
It really comes down. He has time to pick either bomb site, and Mezzi, he's believing it's going to be A, but
just missed it.
Just missed him.
Wonderful trying to get away from this. We go down to 15 seconds, and that B bomb site looking prime for the taking.
And Mezzi doesn't go back to CT spawn. He's not going to see this. Wonderful has made the golden move.
At the very least, Mezzi still working with a kit. Mezzi, though, on this road through the corpses, doesn't actually pick up any guns. He wants to go straight into the bomb site. He wants to try to catch him with tempo. That was the one shot. The first shot that Mezzi gets past. He's not going to dodge the second one. Huge reposition here from Wonderful.
What a clutch. And also, how well supported was he by Bit? Taking one down, a frame away from death inside a connector. You got to give Bit so much credit right there. We're going to see a great tracking shot as well from Wonderful when, look at this. He reads that. As soon as he saw his head over top of connector, he had the timing down.
Look how close it came.
Oh. Just, well, Wonderful.
Mezzi dropping the nade on top of Wonderful's head as well. Talk about pressure to recover from that first missed shot in market. But also, let's talk about the pressure Vitality is starting to face.
We got a 1v3 in here to get Vitality out of a bad position. They've found 2 great positions since then and lost them to Na'Vi. This game's already shown us some ridiculous moments. We really haven't even started.
Let's call that one ambitious.
Yeah. Well, look at that trophy cabinet. I can understand.
Sometimes Apex really does feel like he can get away with anything.
CT start to know what it is, but is it too late?
Pistols on the chase out middle. Deagle in a 5-7 within this site. But it's an insta entry out of bit, double down, and the bench player killed as well. So Na'Vi finding all their targets. Little lineup for ZywOo, almost collected, but only Alexi's death against Na'Vi in this one. We're talking 5 rounds on this T side.
It's looking fantastic, and it's another great moment that shows the how the scaling is really hard for Vitality to gel with. You know, when you've got 2 players on the B site, one guy's waiting.
Alright, let me know if you can actually hear me.
Cat just to take a look, and then he gets shot in the side of the
If
head.
you are in the chat, this is my first ever
That's what makes them so unique.
stream, and I'm kind of trying to figure it out as it goes.
You know, the major run, it wasn't a good performance from Wonderful at Copenhagen. Even when they were at their best, you know, he wasn't a guy leading the charts. But you've got those pop-off performances every once in a while, and here we are in a major quarter versus the best team in the world, and look who's stepping up.
How are you doing, guys? What a great evening to watch some good CS. Let me know if you can hear me, if the sound is okay and
Money
everything.
in a weird place. Na'Vi have absolutely capitalized on that momentum from the start of this half, and they're following through. So gun rounds keep trickling in from Vitality. But we're gonna need that sort of heroic moment out of one of these Vitality players, or this half is Na'Vi's for the taking. They've not been forced away from some more aggressive starts in middle. You can see Flamesy waiting out the fire, looking to get into the action. Only Wonderful leaning back, awaiting the start of stuff, but he's got to be cautious because he also carries the bomb. And as Vitality peel away from middle just before Na'Vi arrive in full force, they'll set up in connector instead. Again, contact shown over by Alexi. Just trying to threaten that B site. He takes a ton of damage. Window being watched by Apex. Imez not going to get away with it. Rox collects the kill towards B, and Flamesy and ZywOo combine to hold off connector. So now we're starting to see this full force Vitality yet again. Bits found success out from Palace in the past, but not this round. ZywOo climbs up to drop him. This is the most convincing CT rifle round we've had from Vitality yet.
Yeah, you can see with the op and the bomb in the backdrop, waiting to see where the leads will take Na'Vi. That out of spawn, they might have an idea, but they're so flexible, they're so tricky with it, and here, Vitality, they hunt down every single threat. There is no option now for Bit to swing out Palace and take the round into his own hands and create a really weird late round situation. Let's see if they allow Wonderful to hide. To be honest, if you look at the last round, the one before that, Vitality have to tell themselves we generated really good starts. I mean, staging has been solid. There's nothing bad about that. Mentally, they should feel good about what they've done. They're probably just numerically a little frustrated about how
Yeah, let me
to get
know
back into this game.
in the comments if you can hear me talking. Otherwise, I gotta figure things out,
A lot of people meeting each
because
other
I'm
for
not
the
sure
first
if you
time.
can
It's
actually
been
hear me or not.
really cool to meet everybody here.
You probably should.
Who in here, is this your first CS event?
Wow. Guys, it's all downhill from here. So,
Luckily, we've still got 2.5 more days of action. But speak of action, Op climb into Catwalk. ZywOo tries to get away with a slick move instead of fast-moving Na'Vi. And in total contrast to the round prior where Wonderful was a lone top mid, you've already got Na'Vi players up through connector,
Alright.
trying to combine again with this Bit JL walkout. Flamesy's got a lot of pressure on him, and he has not been performing. He has not recovered since that awkward ladder kill, and this A-site goes down with nothing until the jungle players come out with 2. This is Email on a tear. A triple kill through middle, extended up connector, right back into the action. Quad kill for
Yeah, you probably hear me well, I just checked.
check that from the third person. Crouches, slides out into a
Anyways, Ranchers here, having some rest after farming, enjoying some good CS.
The cherry on top was the window frag, but the round's already over from that point.
What's up? It's
The opening setup, perfect to counter
a
exactly
9th
what
round,
ZywOo do, and Imma gets that
5-4. Na'Vi is in the lead. Well, let me check.
Anyone can pop off on this team.
Whoa. Drink up for
We're
Na'Vi.
talking about a team with 5 top 20 players and 1 with none. That's what's happening right now, but we have to remember how it changes at the major. That's the only event that everything can go out the window when we talk about championship level rosters.
And maybe we don't talk about Na'Vi as a championship level roster because of this season, but we also didn't talk about them like one when they pulled off the miraculous run in Copenhagen. Fast moves from Bit again. Little electricity here from Na'Vi to at least just take a glimpse. There's not much behind him. ZywOo's gonna get away with that opening kill in middle this time.
Yeah, pretty brave move, right? He almost tries the same thing, gets over to Cat this time. Takes one out on Delpan.
Slipping through. It's Flamesy trying to take up Connector, dropping the smoke deep. He'll win his duel. Second kill of the map from Flamesy.
Important you pointed that out, right? How many 50-50s has he lost essentially in this map?
It's interesting to see Robs take up his position underneath balcony. Flamesy on the move right now. Chucking it back around through CT spawn. And so Na'Vi in this kind of a position, it's a 3v5, couple rounds left. You got enough money in the back pocket to get something in the next. Let's just
hey guys,
simple. Let's hit this site.
Welcome.
With enough utility. Problem is no smokes whatsoever for Na'Vi, so you're gonna have to burn players out.
Let me know if you also enjoying good CS tonight.
Excellent flash.
Who do you think is gonna win this matchup? Do we have Na'Vi and we have Vitality?
And so a 2v5 between Alexi and JL. And JL's
we have just Alexi B. 1v4.
That's fine because he at least kills Apex and he picks up the other frag. This guy is the Grenadier. And now a couple of kills into this huge clutch. Alexi just keeps pulling these things out of who knows what. CTs give him a little space. They're banking on that.
He just has infinite grenades in his pockets.
2 kills into this clutch. And you know Alexi's now starting to get into the back of their heads. So Vitality, give him the space to plant, soften him up with util. What goes around comes around, and he will look for them, but ZywOo gives no chance over. They've got him zoned in, stuck in, and dealt with. Vitality trying to tie up on this half.
All you can do is smile in that position. Ball banked right through default. Leave to ZywOo. Put that one on ice. Very good try. He's pulling out nades like Batman there. Like, where did he even find all those?
I don't know, man.
Oh, woohoo! He was looking for someone to pop up underneath the ledge. That's a crazy adjustment. And utility actually got really sparse right here for Vitality. Robs didn't have a second flash to peek out on. When the molly came in, he just tried to pick a timing, or maybe someone's hands were busy. Great match so far. Blade's gonna beckon on another timeout. This is kind of a game where anything goes. We know the game plan's always gonna lean A side, but we've seen set B plays as well here from Na'Vi.
What's up, Mobcher? Sorry if I'm reading that wrong. I don't think you're missing out on anything too much. In the end, it's not about the profit or whatever. It's just enjoy. It's just a game. Just chill. If you don't have it, you can do nothing about it. You're already, like, you know, behind with that. So whatever, you can get another one if you want.
I like that. ZywOo's been taking control of these last few.
How are you actually doing? How are you enjoying? By the way, where are you from? That would be quite interesting to hear from you.
Get timid. That's been a huge change for him for sure.
This time the scaling up catwalk is really going to take the test into the B site. Robs with the off angle, trying to catch him off guard as the approach comes through. Him and Mezzi going to combine for 2 kills originally. Mezzi is pinned into
Tunisia, wow, that's super far. What time is it? Is it the night or the day over there right now? Because it's getting super late where I am.
And the utility just keeps raining in. Vitality.
Who do you think is gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who do you think is gonna win? We have Na'Vi Vitality matchup. Who do you are you a fan of anyone? 7. I'm currently in Poland.
Culture Clubhouse. We like to discuss the cultural implications of Counter-Strike.
Vitality. Right, we're gonna see.
Yes, no play is created equal. So my submission to the Culture Clubhouse is something a bit different. We're going more modern day. Okay. I'm talking first CS2 major. I'm talking a team that lost more rounds than they won but still lifted the trophy. I'm talking an MVP for JL out of nowhere. Okay, we're going to Copenhagen.
If you have any questions or wanna just chat about whatever it is, I'm free. I'm just, you know, just as you watching the game, just to, like, you know, to entertain myself in the evening.
So it should just be over. Your cast
I just,
It is David.
turn on the stream just to,
wild, scrappy, had
for guys like you, like me, just to connect, and just chat.
It felt like this was going to keep going, right? But then NJL had other ideas.
Like, any random question.
Can he cook something up here? I mean, picking up the bomb. How many got now? So 30, no less, 18.
Yeah, bro, farming manually is like so boring. I mean, it gets, it's so repetitive. You do the same thing like over and over and over again, and it gets, at some point, it gets so annoying and hard. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for saying you enjoy this. It depends if you have enough time to do this. If you have, I don't know if you are a student or you have a job or whatever. If you have some free time to, you can obviously do that.
Making even just like a debut in Paris at the end of CSGO, he comes in a CS2 with a vengeance. This isn't the history club, though. No, you're dead on. This is the culture. Yes. Cultural impact builds up over the course.
Alright, so we have halftime, 6-6.
Like, is it a good play? Yeah. Yes. But is it the defining play that won them the major? I don't think you can say it is. Would you say that it's a
Yeah, summer vacation. Exactly.
When that is the case? Yeah. I'm thinking
Tunisia. Is it hot? Tunisia sounds like it's super hot.
is kind of in the fabric of Counter-Strike culture. So I'm
honest. I didn't see like basically the first half as I was preparing the stream, so I'm just gonna watch the second part.
Thank you, Harry.
Hot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was a good show. Ribbity pep.
Nice. You have somewhere to swim, like, I don't know, the river, the lake, sea, ocean. Let me check. I gotta Google where Tunisia is exactly, because I'm not quite sure. Tunisia.
Navi come out swinging on Mirage, and Vitality able to find an answer towards the end of it. Rock solid anchoring.
Bro, you live next to the beach? That's awesome. Oh, I see. God. That's nice.
I don't ever want to go home.
Yeah. Oh, 2 minutes away? Bro. I don't know how... Here in Poland, I live in the like super south, where's the mountains, and we have the sea on like to the north of the country, so I gotta go through the entire country, and we have the super cold sea, so it's always hot, cold. It's like ice cold water all the time. So it's like, you can take a dive, like, swim for like 2 minutes, and then you like freeze. That's why Polish people always go on vacations in somewhere else.
Just to wait for that peak, even though he could have escaped. Leave it to Bit to impress with the crosshair placement.
And leave it to Navi to know exactly what to do and when to do it.
Oh, dude, you're so funny.
You gotta be careful, guys.
Well, you gotta, yeah. Damn. You gotta be careful.
He hasn't lost since he did that chant.
Got a smoke grenade, and he's
but
got
it's like
Flamesy and Rops to work with.
It's hot as well, but it's probably not as hot as in Tunisia.
Can't escape these Berettas though. Now in the hands of Wonderful.
Right, let's enjoy what's happening. Have Rops 1v4.
Could be his, if not for the sheer numbers out of Navi. So kicked off by Bit over towards that A site. Perfectly timed flashbang and execution, and if that's not game plan, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, it's a story of good timing on the right tactic. See this flash come in? This will explain everything.
Yeah, hey everyone, I see some people joining. Like, join the chat, we just, watching together, ask random questions, whatever, just getting to know each other and watching CS. Yeah, I heard from Tunisia. I mean, I did not know where Tunisia exactly is, but I hear like people going there because you probably have, I don't know, beautiful places and probably nice water, and people go to chill there.
Thinking you got Apex talking.
Yeah, you have all these tack timeouts in the game, but this is a pseudo pause. It's one of the best uses of a round like this.
Yeah, it's no fun. Yeah, I googled.
Austin, we know how you
So
feel
yeah, it's
about
nice. Looks
How do you
nice.
feel about the rest of Vitality?
Yeah.
That's a mixed bag.
Like super close to Europe actually,
Start to hate
right?
greatness, but Apex makes it easier. Oh, block kill into connector.
Eames down.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Deagles of JL and Wonderful had us on the edge of our seats in the first half.
I always got a big gun.
Oh, let's get it intense. Let's go.
It's
Nice.
an easy cleanup with that MP9. So underpass, bomb control though over towards Navi. Things got sketchy for a second, but not nearly as.
Oh, look.
First half.
Let's go.
For Vitality.
Zyvu only.
Navi stabilized swiftly. Zyvu, like you said, does have a big gun. So another player drops to the M4, and Wonderful's not too far off. So no extra shenanigans out of Zywu. It is Navi with a 2-round lead.
That's great to see. Full test here. Vitality took some time to talk. They made that round.
Do I support Navi?
For a second.
Yeah,
Down the line,
let me go with Navi. But I mean, Vitality is probably gonna win that, but I'm gonna support Navi for this one, you know.
Imagine being reasonable.
Let's go Navi.
I'm telling you, man, he messed with the wrong crowd.
Do you do bets?
Like, or you just watch? No money involved.
Map goes on its very slow day, and you know, Vitality have lost a couple of maps here in their like long best-of-3 streak, and in those moments, you look at Mezzi and Flamesy sometimes start slow in series, sometimes it's an off day. Can't afford that right now.
Yeah. It's fine. You hear the crowd? Crowd goes crazy.
He's going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, bomb in the middle of it. Bit shaves off the front runner.
Oh, such an important kill.
Oh, nice headshot from Zywu. A second onto Alexi even. And then they cracked it open. Zywu's starting to find his form. Starting to find a moment here. You got a glimpse of it in the last round. He kicked it off with the core.
Yeah, that's the best start. It's the best start when you just when you just lose everything right away, because you don't get the taste of easy win, easy money, and you know, you're safe.
And he is not going to stop missing. Zywu, quad kill, starting to take over.
No, people get into gambling so easily just because they get the first win like right away, and then it's like they drown into this.
Just by himself. It's also not an aberration when he gets a rifle highlight. Look at this guy go. Good with every gun. I'm fine saying the most versatile player we've ever seen. So comfortable in every situation.
I think like my perspective on that is that bets are fine as long as you don't take them seriously. So you just bet for, I don't know, you're in a company and you bet for fun. You know, you don't take this money seriously. You don't, you know, it's not like your last money and you're just super fine if you lose it. You just, you know, you're in a group of friends. You just bet a little bit just to, you know, spice it up. But nobody really cares if they lost and they don't. Like, nobody really wants to win millions or thousands of dollars. You know, you just gotta be chill with that. It's like when you play with friends and you know, you just say, I bet you can do this or like that, and it just spices up and it's fine. Oh yeah, nice. It's, yeah, fun money is like not real money. If you manage to get those into real life and buy yourself like anything, it's already nice. And if you just use those for your entertainment and just lost, yeah, be chill with that. Nothing too special. So yeah, it's fine.
Zywu's been with us for 6 years at the top level. First year, top 1 player, total phenom.
Did you actually watch the yesterday? What was that? Team Spirit and
made in a lab, some people say.
Who did they play with? Team Spirit and can't remember.
He's the player who is
That first map was like so long. It took them like, I don't know, over 40 minutes.
Last year, and still, when he used it, had such high efficacy. And it feels like even though he's been at the top for so long, he's only gotten the real respect from
I see.
most
Do you watch like football? Oh, I see. I'm actually not the biggest football fan. I haven't ever watched football. I used to watch the tennis. Right.
This is one of the most stacked.
But yeah, I rarely watch whatever.
It's kind of jarring to go from Paris to this with your vitality.
Just decided to watch some major this time.
Tournaments. There's really no excuse for why this should not just be another run that they make.
Who do you support in football?
Might be unfair to put it that way, but as
who's the GOAT?
Before the game started, we could beat all these teams. It's simply about playing.
I hear some controversial opinions on who's the GOAT of the football currently. People always split on that.
Also somebody who won more fans over too when he kind of took the presence up in the team as well. I remember Zonic back in the day, even for Paris, was like saying how he was trying to unlock this side of ZywOo where if he needs or wants something while the game is live, then to speak up and take that space. Yeah. Because he's good enough to justify it. And I think just by default,
yeah, I mean, anyone who's played with a player that's better than them, if you're calling, you always want them to give you ideas. Sure. To tell you what they need. You want to support someone like that, you know? You want to bring them water.
That side of ZywOo wasn't really unlocked for his entire 6 years of play. We've gotten to that place, and look where he's taken Vitality.
Yeah, okay. Not terrible setup here for the A play, but look how fast it comes out. Bit now, little dangerous. Yeah, has to get out. But if they go full retake, it's going to be very hard here for Na'Vi.
yeah, exactly.
No right side smokes have come out just yet.
Oh, I see.
Time with it. Here comes the volley. JL gets
oh yeah, alright. So you support your like the teams you actually know and that are actually from your like from your areas. That's cool. Club African. I see.
That is messy CS.
Yeah, that is.
Have you ever been to like real life football events? It's probably like super crazy. There's like so many people and everyone's like insane and like loud and I don't know. There's so much energy probably. I've never been, but kind of curious if you've been.
Yeah, just all open. You don't read past this round. You know, if you're X-Stas, you go hit the smoke next time.
Char, even though you grief, we love you. Okay, madame. Let's go, baby.
Monsieur, merci, monsieur.
Even though you grief, we love you.
Oh, maybe Mezzy missed it?
Must have been. Don't think about it, just move along. Luckily for Vitality, still coming into this next one with guns.
Ooh, bro, you've actually played. That's dope. You have to have like super endurance to like run for the entire game. It's crazy. And living behind the stadium is probably super loud. Alright, what do we have going on?
They still got another try. Great guns here. All of a sudden.
Waiting for that third kill. Bit's able to get the better of him off top ticket. Reposition, catches Rops. Nade just thrown out. Didn't have a gun in hand. So even though the first two A defenders go down empty-handed, at least there's a recovery. And now Mezzy trying to make up for it to work with ZywOo.
ZywOo's taking some damage. He's here in connector. There's no one on cat coming around, but they don't know they can plant.
Last two Vitality players to play in tandem. Flash is going to be perfect to blind Alexi to stun him for a second. His incendiary goes a bit too far. ZywOo looking not to get caught off by timing. Finds Wonderful trying to get away with it. And ZywOo wants that off. So he switches over. 16 kills to ZywOo throughout this map. Alexi throws out his last piece of util just to get the spacing onto site, but he will remain fully exposed to Connector and ZywOo and that op, and eventually Mezzy can come out to help.
He needs a smoke
when he chooses to.
Yeah, he's not gonna take that.
Alexi to grab, and so Bomb too far gone. He will catch the Mezzy frag, swap to the rifle, and Vitality bounce right back with one alive, tying the game at 9.
Yeah, Mezzy saves that on the trades a bit. I gotta say, I love the moments that he's pitching. I'm absolutely obsessed with how aggressive he's being after he's like
super close, 9-9.
40 seconds, all of a sudden he takes this ticket peak, makes this round possible again. And so it's still a good effort on the whole, but obviously after Flames again both with this great transfer from 3 kills, by the way.
It's a great shot.
That's 2
Yeah, that
kills,
Flames clean was
And he's gonna have to
nice.
start contributing on this T side to make the space they need.
Alright.
Navi's economy wobbles.
Yeah, the economy on Navi is like...
7 as they force to try to prevent Vitality from getting to double digits. ZywOo all too ready.
I've been, you know, trying a little bit for a long while, like several years, but I never took that seriously until just actually like 2024, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's when I actually took it, like, spent a lot of time farming manually first, like literally every single day, like trying to at least try for a while, and then on weekends a lot, but then I switched to Southwest, you know.
Unluckily, not taking 3-4 rifles into it, just a single AK from Wonderful and these 2 MP9s.
Because it was taking so much time, so many accounts, etc.
Vitality going to take this one with no real contest. 1 kill in mid window, all that decides.
Yeah, Vitality looks strong here.
So mentally they survive it. Apex is somebody that, you know, we've seen him fly off the rails emotionally all the time. And whether he's really addressed it...
It doesn't look like Navi is gonna do anything about this.
When it comes to, you know, talking to his teammates, he brings the energy outwardly towards the other team.
Yeah, Navi's not gonna do anything about it.
Frustration used to be visibly way too much. And not only has he's not having the best game ever, but he's really improved his overall fragging level this year. Emotionally, it feels like he's way more stable when it comes to dealing with his teammates.
I mean, one of the things that I feel like we've stopped talking about was that small leave of absence when Vitality kind of took him out of the team for a second when they said he needed a break.
You know what the scariest part about that absence?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks for asking.
The scariest part
Yeah, that was quite nice. That was intense.
After like 3 weeks. Yeah, no, it was just almost instant.
I don't really want to get into like some personal details at the moment, but things are going on like outside the farm and etc. How are you doing actually? Welcome to whoever has joined us. Feel free to join with your questions into our conversation. We're just chatting and watching the CS. Just chill. Whatever you want to ask, whatever you want to say, and say hi.
Smoking a flash and they look to get active. This is Rops leaning all the way back in apartments, but not one, 2 players coming at him.
We have Mapshire, the football player, the GOAT here from Tunisia. The guy is awesome.
And they could have seen him without him realizing it, but that shoulder tucked, and he catches both.
Yeah, you want to talk about timing? Rops is the Rolex of timing, okay?
Well, Lexi B is going to have to step up to the plate in the absence of those 2 players. Fire in front of him. He shuffles positions. Molotov with his name on it, unable to get anything going here in the first 3 players to fight on this A site. Now the money's being built up. Navi want to try to somehow take a chip out of Vitality, but this 20th round's looking all Vitality all day. Again, great grenade.
I have never played Valorant, so I don't even have idea. Is Gold 1 is it good? I remember I used to play League. I mean League of Legends, and I remember the exact same feeling when I got like to gold or something, and I was like scared to play. But no, it's just a rank. If you just you know, the more chill you're about the things, the more chill when you're afraid to lose something, when you're afraid to lose your rank, you kind of pay too much attention, you're too nervous, and just be chill about it. If you lose, if you're actually worth it, if you can get it back, you know, you can do this if you chill. Just don't be afraid to aim for higher. If you think that Gold 1 is like your max achievement, then be nervous, then sit on there. But if you think you can actually get higher and do more, then be chill about it. Gold 1 is like not your final destination. If you fall lower, you will easily get back, you know. Be chill about it.
Ever since that one missed smoke.
Yeah, I mean, this is now, we saw wonderful in the first half.
But let me know if Gold 1 is like how good is it?
I think it's time to make a play happen early, make the free up the map a little bit, because Vitality are going to get a ramp Palace in their mid timing on these splits. They're likely going to win at this point. They are doing so well with structure in that 5v5. I wonder if Blade, excuse me, is going to
average
play here.
Okay, cool. Bronze sounds like below average. Hard stuck bronze, yeah. I see. It's common. In every game, it's so hard to get, you know, above this low level, because, you know, it's so easy to get stuck on those low levels.
Get what they were looking for.
Yeah, you get super quick past the silver. Yeah, it seems like you're gonna end this map soon. The Mirage is gonna be end, and it's gonna be Vitality. It was.
That ramp as the smoke's about to fade.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some information a little bit from Alexi, I think, but you know, not that much has changed here for Na'Vi.
It's gonna be a tough round for Wonderful. No utility, M4 in hand, tucked into this position.
They just have so much fog of war. I mean, look at Pit. He's pushing his flanking window.
Like you said, they kind of gear up for it, and then it pops. And so
what was that? Let's go easy.
You're not gonna win like that.
And all the
Flames goes crazy.
Connector smoke as well. It would have been vision on any other follow-up fights, but no additional bodies for Na'Vi beyond
they get the A plant over and over again, like so easy.
To be honest, that was a pretty mellow-looking map. I think we had one.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm kind of into our conversation more than into the game.
All they did was go back
So.
to the A-site hit, and they found Na'Vi in some pretty normal spots.
Take a massive mistake here to even take a look at the site. Bomb way too far gone. ZywOo does not want Emet on a save. If you can bottom out the money here for Na'Vi,
Oh, he's doomed. Oh no.
a smooth
That was
road
quick.
to a finish on Mirage. And they're going to try to keep the pressure up. Emet not going down without a fight. He will hang on to that rifle. AK, oh no, never mind. Bomb radius got him, so they soften him up just enough.
I didn't actually see the with the Falcons lose, so I don't really know what you're talking about.
ZywOo absolutely stepping up to the occasion once this T-side got started. We saw it begin with the connector AK-47 multi-kill.
Wait, I didn't notice who took the round. I thought it's gonna be Vitality, but
who took an op shot. There was just an easy site to take.
Just going through the motions.
Did I see the Falcons lose? No, I didn't.
Defense starting to fail them. It's not like we've seen a massive change-up. But again, they're going to try to get a little more aggressive here. It's the same boost that Vitality wanted to start with last round.
Did you? What was crazy about this?
Just before the support arrived, got you again. And again, it's double headshots.
Nah, Flames just.
Runs up through Con, rips them apart. Pressure on Bit, and he's the only one to stop Flamesy in this round. Apex has got the trade, and Alexi clutch with an MP9 is a massive.
Easy for Vitality. Yo guys, hey everyone, Ranchers here, how are you doing, how your evening's going? Let us know in the comments, join our conversation. GG, yeah exactly, that was fast and smooth. Yesterday the first map was like, I don't know, about an hour. Looks like 2-0, looks like 2-0, looks like you might be right. That was too easy.
I just want to get a temperature check because of course a lot of pressure on your shoulders. How did it feel this first
for the quarterfinals? That was too fast.
The crowd's always loud. Whether they're against us, it's fine as well. But no, the boys are enjoying it, and we're warming up into it as well.
Let's go. I'll let you go.
Na'Vi, you had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. I thought maybe we were gonna get some flashes of Na'Vi from 2024.
Yeah, I don't know what was that. That map was like,
2025 all over debris.
you know, nothing special. There was nothing to watch.
3, 4, 5 months. I think they actually tried a lot of things. They looked like they were.
I mean, everyone's probably right now like, what the hell was that? Maybe if they needed that first map loss to just get back and, you know, take the rest, but that first map was like...
But obviously was not. They have to do better than that to go up against us.
It is a bit of a shame, because I agree with you. I think Na'Vi the first 16 rounds were playing equally as good as Vitality. Some of the Vitality members, as we know them, had big moments.
We now have a break, so we can actually chat a little more. How are you doing, guys?
For the vast majority of that game, which is why it's
Welcome to the stream.
Because then it looks like, okay, you look at the scoreboard.
The stream is not about CS, it's just, you know, the occasion for us to talk.
That wasn't the case. It was a competitive game of Counter-Strike.
Drop your questions.
I think if it could have been, you know, a different team, a different
join our conversation.
Situation, maybe Na'Vi would have managed to take it, but it's this ever-reliable Vitality, not crumbling under the pressure. They might bend, but they never.
Let us know how your evening is going.
Let's go back to that first half and talk about some of the moments where, you know, there were key individuals, Jacob, keeping Vitality's heads above water.
It was Messi and Robs keeping them alive in that first half by anchoring, and look at Robs' movement in this situation, right? He's right now 1 versus 4. He's then getting back up from Apex. He dies, still a 1 versus 4.
The highlights of the map as whole.
He's playing the smokes, he's playing the angles, gets a little bit lucky maybe with the kill and a team kill as well, but look at how he's just staying alive, constantly staying alive,
average.
not over peaking, not over exaggerating, waiting for his teammates, and guess what? Robs will find another kill on towards the bench player right here. If you ever wonder what a good anchor does and what a good player does, look at this round from Robs, how picture perfect he's playing it, and had he not done that in the first half, had he not been backed up by Messi in that round as well, Vitality could have been off to a very poor start.
Yeah, exactly, it happens all the time.
So good at understanding the angles. In this case was just him.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you just...
And when he actually went for fight, it wasn't like a complete...
I see what I mean.
It was more of a case
it was like you in your like super good form, you were hyped. You deserve it because you get there. So, there's no question. You're in the gold 1, it means you deserve it.
Because if Robs falls down, they have 2 players coming from kitchen.
If you fall to the bronze again and you never get, well, bad news. But if you are like, be chill about this. You know, the less stress you are about the rank, just enjoy the game. It's always the game.
I mean, that's the cool thing about Vitality, and we'll kind of craft that narrative as the segment goes
just
along.
Be in the moment, be in the process. Don't care about the rank. Yo, hey. Panagiotis Tamarakis. How are you doing? Welcome.
Had it not been for Messi, had it not been for Robs, I think Vitality could have been down 4-8.
Did I really right? Let me know.
Incredible well on the T side.
I think for a long time, Messi has been done dirty in Vitality. I think his glory.
See, if you made it from B2 to silver, it's nice if you did it fast. Welcome everyone. Join our conversation. Yo, yeah, I need it. Nice. Where are you from? Panagiotis Tamarakis. That sounds so crazy.
I'm not the only biased Brit here in the arena, as my fellow UK
I know, wait, let me this, Tamarakis. I don't know. Greece! Nice! That's Greece! That's amazing. I was actually thinking of going to Greece like someday recently. Greece is so nice. Where exactly? Do you live like in closer to the sea? You live in Athens?
Sure, why not? Okay, hell yeah, I love that. And you want to just join in the action, you all come together? Yeah, Mezzi's player interview was done 200 meters away from where I work, in where it was. So I'm same hometown.
Yeah, Greece is like amazing.
They got to bring this for Mezzi as well. Okay, so
no, we go to Greece to beat Panagiotis Tamarakis, then we go to Tunisia. Yeah, close to the sea. Nice.
Okay, British people are always fighting no matter what. We got a FaZe.
No, is
we'll have to see what happens. But either way,
Athens is jungle? Why? I thought it's all sand and hard. Why is it jungle?
British people always fight, you know, and that's just the way it has to be.
That's the storyline.
Flip-flopping, clip-clapping, as you guys would say. Either way, great showing from Vitality. We move on to that second half as well. I feel like that's where, you know, ZywOo manages to...
Too crowded. Oh, I see.
And that's the narrative I want to say right here, Peter. The fact of the matter is that
noisy and dirty.
Vitality can chime in, help. This case, it was Messi, Robs keeping them alive, and then of course at some point ZywOo will wait.
Yeah, I mean, Greece is like
a couple of crucial moments where he stepped up and
the place where, I don't know, all the culture began. Like, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, we can go back to like Egypt, whatever, but Greece is like everything we know from the Romans actually took for Greece, right?
And that's just something you have to accept when you're the
I'm currently in Poland.
You just need to understand that we are going up against who's arguably maybe the best.
I'm currently staying in Poland.
For his team. And that can be hard to cope with, like, mentally, but also, you know, the fact that he just goes in and just never, like, plaster himself in.
I see 4 people on the stream, so welcome everyone. Just feel free to join the chat, join the conversation. We just, you know, talking about everything while watching CS.
Coming alive in some situations, but it was right at the end, you know, the palate cleanser going into the pudding, as we would say in the UK. Flamesy with back-to-back impact, considering that he didn't really have a very hot start, right? He was struggling.
Flamesy had a tough time in this game. He was left alone a lot on the A-bomb side, couldn't get it going in the first half. But then
is there a lot of like tourists in the area where you live?
I guess end this narrative,
wait, is Panagiotis Tamarakis, is that your name, or is just like random words? Because, you know, to me it sounds like
the majority of the game has done absolutely nothing, hasn't had an impact. All of a sudden Peter steps in and wins 2 rounds by
I see hearts, thank for hearts. That's nice.
Kept them alive, Messi kept them alive. ZywOo stepped up in the mid portion of the game, and to close it out, it was the guy who didn't do anything the first 20 rounds in Flamesy. If that's not the recipe of the best team in the world, I don't know what is.
Well, that's also where you see the difference of a player like Flamesy and ZywOo.
You know, that is my first ever stream, so I really had no idea what I'm doing. And I'm super glad it actually works.
They went back to go A. They didn't do anything in mid. They just basically went back to an A execute. They had a bit
so maybe we'll do something better and something crazy next time. What do you think? Yo, welcome to everyone on the stream. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining. Feel free to write something in our chat section. Any question, any random question. Like, actually, you can drop whatever you want to know from me or anyone else in the chat. We got Mopcher, who's like the GOAT of... Oh, like, what do you play? Wait, I forgot. What's the game name? Valorant. Yeah, exactly.
You want someone to go up against ZywOo in some of those fights, and let's be honest, in the first half,
yeah.
Great as a team, but sometimes in Counter-Strike, Peter, we speak about it, especially in Counter-Strike 2, it is decided by the individuals, and no one from Na'Vi stepped up in the second half. We didn't have a wonderful round where he won one all by himself. We didn't have an Imma moment, which we did in the first half, where he won a round by himself, so there was no answer from Na'Vi. And
do you guys know if there's...
Let me check. 50-50 in terms of how the teams were approaching the game.
Let me check.
When it came down to the individuals and the playmaking, Vitality are the best in the world.
I think where it changed were the quad kill that ZywOo pulled off. You know, that was that round that ZywOo just pulled out of his hat and turned things around, and that is something.
I'm not quite sure if I can actually see who's watching, so I can address you guys.
ZywOo just shows up and gets a quad kill, turns everything around, and then you find yourself in a situation where you have to take an eco afterward, and you need to string rounds together if you want to beat Vitality, because you need to have your economy on your side.
I'm going to be diving into Nuke with Moses and Marion just to second down on the
Thanks, mate.
Just any initial takeaways, because we know that Vitality, they're very comfortable on this map, right?
I don't think there's a...
I'm the goat of losing my accounts to Gaben. I've lost so many I can't count.
The absolute best. They could have miraged, they didn't win, so I don't see why that should change.
Yeah, literally the goal of losing money.
We head things to a short little break. When we are back, a final chance for Na'Vi to be bouncing back in this quarterfinal, and it's going to be a tough battle indeed. That is going to be going down on the grounds of Nuke.
But you know, it's all about the process. If you pay too much attention to the outcome, to the wins and losses, you get too stressed. Just enjoy the process, just enjoy the game. I don't know. Oh, damn, that's cool. It's cool that you have never lost an account. That's nice. Have you been have you been farming for a while? But it's cool. It's cool. Welcome everyone to the stream. We have 2 more minutes of the break. 2 months. Nice. Yeah, but you've managed to make enough to gamble it away and lose. That's dope. That's sick. Now, easy come, easy go. Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah, but I actually recently got the knife, the cookery knife. I don't know if you saw the video. It's literally like I don't change. I don't, you know. I say as it was. It was actually the very first case on the account. I just opened it and then there was a knife. Like literally, so crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. The next video is gonna be fun actually. Yeah, you're right. But have you been playing CS for how long? You know, have you played like 1.6 and then there was Go? Oh, that's nice. That's cool. Thank you for watching this from Discord. Thank you for your support. 2020, I see. Yeah, of course you played nice.
Vitality breaking Na'Vi on Mirage, and things only getting tougher from here on out.
2017 crack edition, that's crazy.
And that is Nuke. I just had a few words from
Yeah, we even had, I remember in like back in school we used to have CS 1.6 on a computer so we can actually play it.
Alright, if Navi's gonna bounce back, we saw a little bit of life on him on the first map, didn't last super long. However, you get a start if you go on that CT side. Someone like JL as an anchor of that upper bomb site, you look at the way Vitality beat him on Mirage, which is those set pieces towards the A bomb site. You give that, but you get a good performance.
Alright, let's go.
The upper bomb site. You can handle some
If we have it 2-0, then
I love playing devil's advocate when I'm on a podcast, but when I'm on a...
It's gonna be easy and we just done with quarterfinals.
This is over, okay? Yeah. There's no chance for Na'Vi in this one. They've only won one game this entire year on this map, all right? For them to do it against Vitality,
really?
unthinkable.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tall task.
Like you were in your like sister's house and you just broke her monitor? Like, how did you do that? Did you like
I think they have a ton of cool setups that they do, little bait and switches, little positions.
just hit it with your fist and you just crushed it, or you just took it and dropped it to the floor and threw out of the window? How did you do that?
Starting on the T side, I do want to see what Apex is getting up to on outside, because sometimes he's sending
You're a madman,
by himself,
Dave.
sending a distraction. Sometimes it's three guys behind him. The way that he mixes up the attacks,
box it.
they're just going to be the whole time. They're always going to be wondering what is behind that wall of smoke.
That was the issue on the CT side.
You're a freak.
They never really felt like they had a sense of what was coming, right? They never really felt like they had the read, and it's going to be harder to get those on Nuke. It's a lot easier for Apex to mask with Vitality like
10-year-old kid.
I mean, I'm with you. I think Vitality's going to win this. There's a chance we see Na'Vi kind of bounce into the game, but man, this can just be a steamroll. Vitality can actually just walk all over.
You gotta go try UFC. Don't punch monitors, punch people.
Wrapping up, putting a bow on that first map of Mirage. It was very much a team effort, right? We had shining moments for Mezzy and Rops to be starting off the map. FaZe obviously with a real
yeah, your parents understood the lesson. Never give this guy a monitor. But for the PS, oh yeah. But PS is like PlayStation. You need to have the TV or something to play. Did you punch the TV as well?
I want to see ZywOo just start the game 10-1, okay? Assert dominance. When Donk is out of the tournament, you are the #1 here.
It's such an unreasonable thing to ask too, isn't it? You're just like, give me more. You are the #1 player in the world, but I want more. I mean, yeah, it's I think with Vitality, if I want to see something more to someone, it'd be FaZe, who I could equally say, give me that hot start, especially because he had a rough time on Mirage to begin with, kind of worked himself into the game. Just get off and running now, because once FaZe gets going, this team cooks. It's great.
So you're saying, Alexi B, it's not going to be a masterclass coming out of him. Blade, it's not going to be able to expect the unexpected from Vitality?
I really only have one stat for this game, Freya. Alexi B, through 2025, is the second worst player on Nuke, period. The only person worse than him is Canadian, okay? That's how bad he is as an
Yeah, he just fell.
right?
Fell so many times. Accidentally fell. Exactly. That's what happened. I believe you.
That's actually a really good point with his position and how critical it is. You might not get a lot of impact and a lot of production in terms of the fragging from Alexi, but in that position, he's designed to be the kind of voice to orchestrate the rotations. I'll say this for Alexi as well.
PC before the phone? That's crazy.
For the year, that's an in-game leader who can call you a really good T-side on Nuke to give yourself.
I mean, it depends if you actually need the phone, I don't know. If you don't, then fuck it, right?
But he can call you a good T-side. So if your defense is productive enough to keep you alive and give you that window of opportunity, Alexi maybe can work some magic.
I think that was the thing with that first map of Mirage, right? Like some of the individuals for Na'Vi starting off really
Damn,
well,
this whole break between the mobs is like, it takes longer than the entire first mob. Like the first mob, Vitality went like so fast.
I think that paints an incredibly clear picture as Vitality continue to take a
Yeah,
step forward here.
I get you.
Well, can they take a step forward onwards to the semi-final? It's time to find out on Nuke.
The numbers don't lie. It's an uphill battle here for Na'Vi, but it's always been an uphill battle.
Nice. If you just use your phone for just TikToks, then you better have no phone, right? Because TikTok is like so time consuming. And it's like so brain rot. I actually try to stay away from that. But yeah, every now and then I just get lost in this shit. Hey, welcome everyone. Feel free to join our conversation. We just chat about everything in this world while watching CS. If you feel like saying something, sharing how your day is going, you're more than welcome. Alright, let's go. Nuke.
Going to be the biggest test in this series for Na'Vi. Damning
yeah, let us know how you're doing.
As this one goes live. The beauty of that though is Brolin's stats yesterday were also dog shit, and they won that game, didn't they?
Yeah, that's true.
In-game leader who can call from the sidelines.
But he gets 0 kills, it's fair.
It's what Austin's been all about. So CT pistol could be valuable, and a
bro, my favorite thing to do on day is like to sleep, but when I'm awake,
excellent. Into main, just like that, we're back into the even keel. Fast swing, bit right
easy, easy for Na'Vi. But if I'm awake, no, I have to work actually. But yeah, I do like what I do. You know, I enjoy going to gym.
And well, excellent start here for Na'Vi. Those pistol kills. Bit does an excellent job of scaling, shooting, and not stopping to make that as uncomfortable as possible. 1 AK on this map right now with Zywoo.
Love that. Let's see the man work.
The odds came down 9 to 8 off that round.
Zywoo was very critical.
Welcome everyone on the stream. Let us know how you're doing.
We saw Zywoo crack open an A site with a multi.
Join the chat.
There's no denying FaZe found his footing back on Mirage.
That would be nice to. Oh, let's go. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Thanks for your message.
To kick it off in this one, AK and Kevlar. Show us why you
not really. Not really. I do get my accounts banned that I create. Oops, that was an eye-hand grenade. That's a good one. No, not really. I had a lot of banned. Wait. Whew. They just fell. They just fell. Yeah. Easy. Yeah, nice one. No, I had my accounts banned like a couple times, almost entirely, but now I'm quite fine with those ban weights, recent ban weights. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Thanks for that.
I'm a little worried.
That's a nice name.
We saw on CT side Mirage didn't really look like a master plan from Blade. It didn't really look like creative mid-round.
Thanks for what though?
And Well, I hope they can leave that on Mirage because you expect that to be the case. But we'll have to see. They'll have to prove that to us. Vitality or
Map sure you're still confident it's gonna be.
No matter the map.
It's gonna be 2-0.
Question around whether
Yeah, exactly. They ban cheaters, but they ban farmers.
Pressure outside right now. Rob's just gonna give up some positioning in lobby. Here's the rumbling.
Yo, welcome everyone. I see 5 people. That's crazy. That's nice. Let us know how your day is going. Join the chat.
And he was softened up as he
Ha! You still feel like it's gonna be 2-0.
This B side has been compromised, and it's Ema to try to get anything back before.
Yeah, I mean T side is worse.
Ema's gonna have an isolated duel, but he better clear the corner. And it's not the corner. In fact, Flamesy catches him off, standing in the open space instead. Luckily, JL gets his one.
How are you supposed to know Rob's gonna be coming here?
Yesterday we had Mouse and they won the nuke after having just 4 on T side. So 4 or 5, I don't remember. So yeah, it's more than enough. Whoop. Easy.
But damage doesn't mean much.
This was all of Na'Vi were 1 second behind at every moment. When the play came out outside, Wonderful did not shoot anything through the smoke. There was no pressure to break open those smokes on the cross. And then the inside push came in. Rob's heard everything. No one died for Vitality. He played his position very safely. And then when they got downstairs, running through that molly, Apex didn't even really take that much damage. And he knew that once he crossed.
How are you guys feeling? Who's gonna take that? Is that the easy Vitality? Or Navi's gonna take at least 1 mob?
But Vitality were very
Or your team now, they think they're gonna take both. I mean, they're gonna go
for lobby retake.
semifinals.
Not in a position to rotate heavily downstairs, so it was really perfect call.
Apex exposed to Wonderful for a second. I don't think there's any denying that Vitality have a comfort zone on Nuke that Na'Vi would love.
I think nothing has ever been better than that.
It's just not the case.
What's the name?
They're going to leave a bunch of forces up inside of the lobby. Maybe
The Bravo
because they're
case?
ready for Na'Vi to try something like they did in that last round. Little climb up here from JL as the utility trickles out through the doorway. Oh, it's a bit awkward, but he still brings one down. It's Ema inside of main that lets it go for a second. And then a fast flurry
So
of kills
unlucky.
out from Mezzi.
Missed.
Is on a tear with a triple kill up on this upper site.
Oh yeah, man like Mezzi. That's insane. All 3 openers. Everyone else gets pushed back, but can just be left downstairs. Apex, he was just a bait the entire time.
No, I sold. I sold.
You guys like Mezzi,
Thanks to that.
right?
So you have 5 accounts at the moment. Been thinking about getting farm.
Like Mezzi.
200 accounts is like $400 a month in revenue, right?
On a generational run here for the island these last few months. And you could say
Not really. That depends.
he's the piece that gets
And
carried
obviously,
there.
we can
Well,
count
if you were watching
as
last map,
if
you
we
see
had
Mezzi get
$0.05 per account
They aren't
per
putting
week.
on this streak without him.
I mean, it means $100
There was a weird
per
moment
week.
in
Then we
Vitality
multiply it by
back
4,
in last
which
year
gives
when
you
they weren't able to
$400
string
per
events
month.
together at all, where it was like, you know, why
Which is
was it Mezzi
pretty
playing as well as he was,
pretty
who was
real.
gonna get replaced? And when it
But
was
then
instead of
you have
Mezzi,
to understand
you know,
that's
there were
this
people
team
that said it
balance
should have been
money,
the other way around.
and it will take
Yeah,
you.
he's the kind of player like
It will take some commission to get it, you know, into IRL money. But to create 200 accounts, you actually need a couple $1,000s. You see?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Do you watch the videos? Because it took me like 3 to 4 months to make back those $3,000. So I'm finally actually above my investment. Yeah, so you see, it took me that long, and I lost like 30 accounts along the way.
Never stopped, even when he got included at the top of the space.
Drops with a lick of damage.
Fast jump over.
I don't really know.
Again, pistols for the majority.
It should be, but you know, you can't be sure about anything. You just can get banned any moment. Whoop! That was a nice headshot.
It's just always in the last place you look.
Map like Nuke is just it's a playground for a guy like Robs.
Oh yeah, all the ladders.
You mean like buying cases to keep them and then sell?
On top of his lurks. You have to play against Robs on Nuke. I'm sure you just constantly feel like somebody's breathing down your neck. And that is the case.
Yeah, it's funny because in his career, you know, everyone can look at Robs now and look at Robs on FaZe and then look at Robs on Mouse before and go, okay, well, obviously he was really good. Okay.
Owned. As he, a little bit of bloodlust. Too much, but that's some damage that Vitality has to stomach. Luckily, they do come in.
3,000 kisses. Where did you get that for?
All seems to be good.
You farm IRL. That's crazy amount. Would you mind sharing what you have? Which cases?
Hands busy on Apex. Is Bit truly going to take a swing at this 1 versus 3? He's cut it down to 2 players. But the smoke inside of main, which is where he chooses to come in from, really going to play with the timing. And again, emphasis.
Oh yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah,
well,
someone's not watching this.
I hope it's safe. Otherwise, I'm screwed. You know, that's what I do.
What
So.
I want to say is retroactively look back on Robs' career, and it's very clear. Like he's one of the most important players. Period. Since he became pro.
The guy knows how to win.
It only makes the most sense. It only really proves it since he
Oh,
joined Vitality,
nice collection you have.
The most clear upgrade that we've seen
Awesome.
all the time.
For how long have you been like collecting those cases? Did it took you a while, or you just invested like, you know, 5 minutes and you have it?
And they have a major with them. Who's going to be better? Well, now it's like,
Ooh, some gloves, nice. Yeah, you have a decent storage.
See about that grand finals.
He brought FaZe Clan, right? Yeah. So he's already kind of got that
Since
one
the
in his back
release.
pocket. Now he's trying to
I
take it to
see.
this whole new height.
Whoa, so you keep those like
To bring Vitality their first CS2
for a long while.
major championship. That is the hunt.
Everyone gets so well-rounded now. You know, Robs has become more.
For how long have you been playing CS?
Playing on the lurks.
Yeah, exactly. It's like hiding money. Yeah. Looks like. Bro is like hiding money from the government in his team balance.
True. True. He epitomizes it.
Yeah, exactly. You have low buying. Right. Yo, I see 6 people. That's nice. Thank you for joining. Feel free to ask your questions, join the conversation in the chat.
Or there will forever be a smudge on this season.
Since 2015.
Perhaps, yeah.
Oh, you've been for a decade around.
Challenge for Bit to have to handle. He is very
OG as well, yeah.
And the pack of Vitality players are going to get through him before he can truly retreat down into the helping hands of Ema, who has done this silently.
Yeah, ZywOo's actually coming back around to the lobby, which is not what you normally see in this position. He might try to get in a secret or something like that, but here he's coming in basically late to Squeaky. JL is waiting for him. No way, does ZywOo clear this?
Yes, of course. ZywOo clears
Yo,
everything.
hey, sleeper.
Actually opens up a way back up if they want to go.
Ema's making a move though. Shadow advantage for only a second. And then that single defender towards door at 45 seconds.
Ciao.
The commitment and the bomb comes towards him.
You've been trading and making money on Steam since you were born.
I mean, talk about comfort zone. You just hit that big pause button. You wait a second, you let ZywOo find a chance, some sort of a
No worries, sleeper. Thank you for joining the stream. Let us know how you're doing. Do you farm? Like, how is it going for you?
It's a chain reaction, right? I can't believe ZywOo finds that option because normally that guy would come late secret, cover it, catch a mini player rotating down the long way, whatever. Instead of
Yeah,
back to lobby,
Alman is pro.
Pushed in. That's just beautiful gameplay out of ZywOo. Absolutely amazing. And then, obviously, Ima starts pushing because they're confused. He's going back to the lobby. Well, now they open up vent. They could leave.
No, I love that element of ZywOo's play. He's, you know, somebody we speak about as someone who always has his like third eye open in a round of Counter-Strike. Doesn't seem to get caught off by timings.
Here's a question to you guys. So I see 5 people. Do you guys
not him himself.
use, you know, gamble and do bets when you watch games like this, so you just do it for the chill, just for fun?
Pristine here for Vitality once again. It is easy being a Vitality fan right now.
Yeah, obviously you don't invest, you don't gamble.
You know, yesterday we had our expectations subverted with a.
And what about you, sleeper?
Down Mouse into a comeback into a really clean third map. Not really getting that same energy out of Navi just yet.
Here we go, fast play. Vitality think they've got a chance to punish. Got to be careful. There's threat on the field of Wonderful and Bit. You're already down into the B site. What's this MP9 gonna do?
That was fast.
Challenge against Robs? Yeah, I don't think so. So bomb planted a minute 30 in this one. Clear-cut game plan from Vitality.
That was so rapid to be planned. They just, you know, attacked it.
Eat it too with Flamesy pushing through the squeaky smoke. That's that art play, right, from old school Furia days.
Thanks for that. Who's gonna win this?
Everyone else behind
I mean,
him,
the
and the CTs are
Navi or Vitality. You have your favorite?
Pushes through. No one's there to fight him. No one's pressuring the vent at all. So he just goes back down.
Woohoo!
No deaths in this round for Vitality so far.
And they played it out of the gate like that was gonna be the case.
Yeah, they were playing to sack Flames.
Oh, that's nice. It's good.
So, neat and tidy.
How's it going for you in stocks? I could have shared my experience, but that was bad.
Potentially showed us on Mirage. Strong start out of him. You got ZywOo winning the rounds he's supposed to.
I said old school Furia 2019. That's old school for esports, right?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. Counter-Strike moves fast. I mean, the updates don't, but the esports does.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's just excellent. In and out. This is just... And what it really shows you is that Navi were just in no way prepared for this option. They obviously didn't have the greatest gun, so just a good call from Vitality. QB sneak down the vents.
When you talk stocks, what do you mean? Like, we talk cryptocurrency here, or we talk like I don't know what's that in English, but you know, all the papers, shares. Yeah, it's the shares, I think.
Critical position outside every single round. Bit nearly finding the timing to get the better of a duel, but it's only 20 damage. Luckily for the Navi side, you've got Wonderful's op position downstairs early. No pressure on the vents, really allowed that one to happen.
700 ROI on Tesla.
Here in round number 8, and that bomb just gets scooped right back up.
Nice. You're good.
Still a challenge for Flames. You got a garage player tucked really deep in
I mean, you're good for futures. Oh, I see. Okay, you're good for actually selling it in, you know,
in control, and with 5 players still standing
how to say, like, keeping the profit.
I mean, guys, it's only ZywOo. This one should be.
I remember I like once was, I don't know, I can't remember, but it was so high. So high, I can't even count.
40 seconds left.
But I didn't keep it, so I lost it all. And that hurt.
Still worried about it.
A site very occupied. To break through Alexi's angle and then into JL is a tall order, but a second kill right there for the taking. JL's gonna save him. Alexi a sitting duck, but he makes a great distraction.
So you do futures, right? That's what I understand.
That's a solid round. Oh.
Okay. I said Navi, we're frothing.
Yeah, I learned my mistakes, so I just oh, you did before, I see. Bro.
So
that's what the French do, right?
Yes, of course.
Or they're about to do something sneaky.
It's all in the hands. And the French, they're a sneaky people. 5 terrorist round wins in a row for Vitality comes to an abrupt halt, but that doesn't mean it's going to get any easier for the rest of the Wonderful, just trying to dodge these bullets, gets away with it at half health. Exposed almost on main, but Flamesy's got the coverage from up above. Alexi B is crossing paths and he doesn't know it. Suddenly, somebody's going to find themselves back turned, and there it is. Apex with the element of surprise as the outer yard falls to Vitality's favor again. JL is desperate to get into the action. And while
yeah, you're cold-blooded. You do what you gotta do. You take your profit and then you leave.
A messy situation to perfection. So frantically trying to get into these rounds, but Vitality slapping them left and right.
Yeah, and that was the conductor right there of the orchestra in that round. The credit card swipe from Apex to get underneath the scope of Wonderful. All these cross smokes outside had Navi so confused. Full control here for Vitality. The watchful eye of Flamesy on mini. Huh?
Am I crazy, or did Apex cross through that smoke with a knife out?
Yeah, he literally walked through the smoke with a knife out, then switched out, got underneath the scope of Wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. Greed is, it's so bad. If you fall into the greed, I mean, that's what happened to me. I remember when I was blown away by the
A pistol, a conversion, a singular CT round win.
by the ROI, so it went so high that I was like so crazy. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna go even higher, and then I lost it all. So yeah, that was stupid of me. So I learned my mistake. Welcome everyone. I see 6 people, that's nice. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining. Feel free to ask your questions and join the conversation in the chat. We just talk about everything, share our experience. How was the day going?
This is a stressful position for Na'Vi. Nuke is a map that can take all the utility and all the time, and they are on good guns, but very low on useful grenades. No mollies left here for the CT side. They'll be going up against it all here, especially in the default.
Mine is that investment that showed me how greedy I was, so I learned my mistake. That was actually, like, you know, that was the best lesson I could get. So, you know, you then go careful about this stuff.
Here it comes. Fire to deal with. Uncomfortable for JL. Beautiful.
Oh, nice. I see 7 people in the stream. That's a lot. I mean, oh, now it's 4. That's so crazy. That's fun. But I saw 7 for a brief second.
Every single piece of this vitality formula.
Oh my god, he's doomed. He's doomed.
In this quarterfinals now, having a field day on their map pick
It's
of
the,
Nuke.
I don't know. It really looks like it's 2-0. There is nothing going on in here. So that's our conversation is more interesting than this game, to be honest. Oh, Donk! Enjoying the game.
That guy looks like he has a future in Counter-Strike, if you ask me. I mean, we got to a spot where Na'Vi they didn't know what could happen next. Vitality threw so many things at them because they had this great economic advantage, which they continue to have.
Gonna have to start to see some acts of desperation. There's one flash through, but the flash goes into the other room of lobby. Mezzi and Rob's able to.
So yeah, Mapcho, you were right. That's gonna be 2-0 easy.
You want it, you gotta fight for it. And Na'Vi will do exactly that in the dying few rounds of this CT side.
That's a good question. Simple or donk? That's a fun question. Simple or donk?
And of course,
I mean,
Vitality leaning as far back
simple is like the
Is he gonna read
I don't know.
another, like,
if we talk
he's got the push outside.
that's a good question. I don't really know.
And that's why it gets away for a second. All too easy for
I'd pick
Zywoo.
donk just because for the fact that he's just a kid, he's young, he's taking, like, I mean, Simple was that young as well, but I just, you know, pick the donk because I want him just to get to the levels that Simple have reached already and to go beyond that. I'm not saying that Simple is getting old. You're a donk. They actually took some.
Those MP9s put Vitality on a back foot, and at the very least, it's 4 rounds of a CT side.
Great Deagle shot.
Thanks for that. Where are you from? Did you tell us?
But if he didn't hit that one, probably isn't going to get the kill. This was such a good kill, such a good, I don't know how they're recovering these spots, almost always Zywoo's moves, honestly. 1 kill and everything like that, but...
I mean, Simple is already the GOAT, right? He has nothing to prove and he does, like, he does crazy things.
Every little bit right now.
EU. Okay, I'm EU too.
Full strength buy coming into round 12.
Looking to end on a high note. Would give you that extra
Northern, okay, cold.
For what will be a difficult T-side ahead. Winning the off duel is Zywoo.
He does it.
Let us guess. So, I have
looking to capitalize here, but he is
We have Norway, Denmark, Sweden.
no support in this situation. Alexi goes full
Is it
commitment,
one of those?
nobody else nearby. Next up's going to be Ema. Hopes to blindside Zywoo, will do exactly that.
Oh, that's nice. But they know they're weak somewhere else. There's only 3 players on the map, so secret push immediately. Ema runs away from it.
You feel Sweden.
Constant back and forth, this tug of war that's going down in his last couple rounds.
He's not gonna tell us.
Well, there's players outside, one downstairs.
The bank is gonna come after his Steam account.
JL hasn't gotten the series yet. It's time to shine.
Here's his chance. He swings in
Sweden.
as
Yeah.
they line up.
Mapchi, you gotta do bet. You have a feeling tonight, you know? You feel it. Get yourself a ticket, I don't know, whatever, and win a lottery. You know?
For a second, pressed against the wall. Now bomb planted front side sight. They're trying to hunt down the points of contact. Eman's going to catch a back turn to him. Another clutch moment here for Vitality. But Na'Vi are going
Look at them, they're taking one by one. Maybe it's not gonna be easy 2-0. And we will see some game.
Sorry.
But 7 for terrorists is crazy.
My scriptwriter is not here. I have to be here on my own.
Scriptwriter?
I don't know. I don't know. No.
You could talk about the barbecue.
The barbecue?
Yeah, for real, you gotta do bets.
What do you want me to say? Is there something you like to hear? My writer just usually comes up with something charming or
Oh,
that makes me look a little bit better.
so you have a knowledge. It's good.
Thank God.
Yeah, if you have the knowledge and you have friends, you know, you have network and connection.
No way, you bought 5 ops? I'm sitting here, third map, 4 headshots, saving the day, major. What is my gonna do? Thank you very much. Can I go now?
Yeah, thanks for that, says real shit, like you don't do bets, the house always wins. Yeah, jokes aside, don't do that. Country to leave, what would it be? It's a good one. I don't know, I'd probably go Italy or Spain. I'd love to go to USA just to see how it is, and maybe like Japan, Singapore. What about you guys? Where are you going? Where are you going this summer or next summer? Archie, you gotta go Sweden. Because it's hot in Tunisia, you're gonna go, you know, for a switch, go to Sweden. Switch places with, thanks for that. You know, get some ice. You know, people who leave there, they always say like it's not that good. But obviously, when you look at the country from the outside perspective, like as a tourist, you might be like, oh my god, that's so nice and crazy, but once you're in it, Iceland, be careful, that's cold.
Na'Vi gonna have to dig deep to pull this one out of the hat.
They really will. I mean,
oh yeah, exactly. No doubt, there are better countries with bigger opportunities. Exactly.
We also have to recognize that Vitality here. They're very excited to play the CT side. There's no questions for them. Lots of questions for Na'Vi. They've got to answer them all right now, or this is gonna be a quick day in the office.
I mean, the question about the country of the choice depends on the age. Because I now agree with you thanks to that. If we talk while you're young, definitely I would go to a place like, you know, USA. It gives you so many like-minded crazy people who just work non-stop, and like it's exactly the people you want to be surrounded by, right? If we talk the perspective like, I don't know, in 50 years once I'm old, that's gonna be something like, I don't know, Spain, where everyone is super chill and just enjoys the sun, drinks ice water on the beach. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, just gonna play it standard. And that's all three spotted with the bomb as well. How the rotation's looking.
Wonderful's position can catch them off guard, but
Vitality take the pistol. Easy.
They got 2 down already.
So Mezzi just
mark my word.
He's gonna give them a little space so that they can take that step out, and then as they do, he's gonna stride.
Bro, if you want to have your own business, that's where you work the most. Like, you have to easy. I said that. But if you have your own business, you have to work the most, a lot. But that's the best kind of job you could ever do, because you work for yourself. You grow your own, you know, thing. You grow your own brand. That's what I wish for you. Just go into business. Don't be afraid of work. Yeah, exactly. So, but you know, doing your own business is always a lot of work. But
on the ramp itself, a very popular spot to go on pistols. It just takes so few resources. At least they got that plant down.
If you enjoy work, it's not a job. True. Yeah. Good one.
Forced by to try to pull it off.
You're never too young for jobs.
Nothing but a number 4 for Zywoo. He awaits your attempt. Huge challenge here for Bit. Top silo with the Deagle.
I honestly think you have to. The younger you start, you know, going to some work and making your own money, the better.
Great shots.
You know, you need to understand the value of hard labor, you know, of working shitty jobs to then understand that it's not what you want to do for the rest of your life. So now you gotta think of something extra, put extra work. How old you are? I think you're around, I don't know, 17. You're definitely in your teens. You're below 20.
So quickly to the answer, ready to react to whatever Navi chucked their way.
Yeah. And with the investment, obviously, there had to be a lot going into
15 to 17, I don't know.
The front door, but again, no one is nervous in these spots.
I mean, it's not really any good reason
16.
for Vitality to be nervous on Nuke versus Navi.
17. All right. Nice, nice age. Yeah, go out there, find, I don't know, yeah, find any, like, any job. Exactly, that's why you, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do because it's your life and just, you know, do whatever the hell you want. But one of the best things you can do actually is just do some random job that will give you some cool stories to then share. You know, you go and
similar start to the last round. Navi just looking for that point of contact, any kind of weakness in the defense.
Exactly. So yeah, what you say, thanks to that, I fully agree with you. I did those jobs as well just to then think, oh, I don't want to go back there. You know, you need this experience to tell yourself, I don't ever want to go to this job again. I don't want to do that. Yeah, you know, try anything. Like, whatever you can do, just for the experience, just for the sake of the story, so you can one day say, I don't know, I did those things, like, can you imagine? I was in a boat catching fish and then selling this. It's a nice story just to share later, and
to the Na'Vi fans.
But in the meanwhile, you make your own money. It's kind of, it's fine. You really need to do all those jobs. If you want to start your own business, the best you can do now, besides starting the business, but also do the hard labor that you will to get that experience that you don't want to go back to. Like, you don't want to do this hard manual things for the rest of your life. I see 5 people in the stream. Welcome everyone. Nice seeing you. It's easy 2-0 for Vitality as we predicted with Mobcher. So join the chat. We talk about everything. Drop your questions, thoughts.
It's a huge ask of him to try to contend with the pressure that Vitality will put on you outer, but the nade is a little late, so Imez found a small bit of sanctuary.
Did it nice and early though. Didn't see anybody else.
So I see thanks for that you have
late to come back to ramp, but this looks
a serious approach. I mean, cold-blooded, strategic approach to life.
Looks like they're just trying to disarm and weaken upstairs. Ima looks like he's actually successfully done that.
Gonna burn up the floor though, and
yeah,
a well-timed main hit here from Bit, so pressure onto ZywOo, 21 and 8. And so as they trickle into the bomb site, he's gonna go down to nothing. It's Flamesy to try to catch him. Another vent player inbound, tons of damage by Rops. Ooh, it's not pretty from Apex, but Rops there to stop it, to slow it down. A Beagle that denies him anything else. But has he done enough damage to set up Apex? Only 18 health here.
I don't play games. I don't play CS even. CS is just a farm. I don't play games. I don't have nothing.
Apex gonna get caught off by Emet lingering.
I used to play when I was like
and it works.
That was one of the messiest rounds we've seen in the major. There were a lot of missed shots there from multiple
ooh,
players.
late 20s, you have plenty of experiences to share and stories. That's cool. 6 years you've worked in a lot of side gigs. That's nice. I'm in my mid-20s. I'm in my mid-20s, and I also have been doing some.
So they made that as weak of a site upper as possible. Mezzi was pretty much the only guy there at the time.
Ah, he's not. He does not mean probably old, like old, but he's older than us.
This is just a feather in the cap for Na'Vi. They fully tricked Vitality for
but yeah,
that was a solid T-side round. They kept it 5v5 for a long time, and you can see right here, a guy with his feet on fire running.
Same, as I told, I'm in my mid-20s. I did plenty of random jobs just to get this reminder of the places I don't want to go back to.
They pull it off again. Looks like Vitality gonna get a little more active. Flamesy wasn't ready for that. JL just spawns in the walls. So off man disadvantage now, Vitality, that elusive 11th round. Consecutive rounds.
Oh, we might be gaming if Na'Vi can pick this one up too.
This is what they're looking for.
Yeah, thank you guys for just for being around and just joining the conversation. It's nice to talking to you. I really appreciate you being around and just, you know,
with a step back as well.
Being around this little stream, little chat with random people. It's nice. It's cool.
Squeaky smoke is so important to help stabilize the situation. All your
I don't know about the win streak. Actually, I'm not sure.
Those T's in the dark, especially
but
relying on that information.
They win over Na'Vi so easy.
Looks like the actions come in the way of Leilu here on the ramp. 21 and 9.
Looks like he's just gonna miss the timing, huh?
Does he ever really miss the timing?
No, he doesn't. That's what we just
I don't see competition.
back on map 1. And as he oversteps, that first player in Alexi B getting past his expectations, we get the scramble out of what's left of Vitality. Emet gonna hear that first player run. Rob's trying to get down into the
30 win streak? Oh my god.
Now they've both gone down the fence. 15 seconds. Oh, and he comes back up. That is unbelievable. That is Mezzi to suddenly throw a wrench in the works of Na'Vi. They thought this A site was under wraps, but instead now you've got Mezzi and Robs both here side
one
by
game
side
stage
to work
3.
with. JL gets off of the bomb site, and in doing so, he's gonna leave Alexi on his own for at least a little while. Vitality turn around, and it's damage done, but 5 health for JL is enough. Mezzi, do you have this in you? Taps the bomb to try to frazzle them, and Alexi B's got to come take a look. He will find it. Na'Vi recover regardless of a crazy move up vent.
Merryman or Spider-Man?
No, I don't do the coins.
I don't know how he pulled that one off.
What about you? Thanks to that, as an investor in CS stuff.
I think we need an icon for that.
Yo, yeah, thanks for joining us. I don't think I'm gonna watch the full thing. I'm gonna finish the Vitality Na'Vi and also leave because it's pretty late over here. So good night. Thanks for joining once again. It was a pleasure to talking to you. So we'll see you around maybe someday. Yeah, bro's gonna have an amazing dreams. Don't worry about that. Nice.
Apex down. 5v4 versus still just a couple of upgraded pistols. Not for Flamesy, and it looks like he's up next. Trying to do something about main control, but you can't hide, Mezzy, not this time. ZywOo's Desert Eagle is alive only for the one.
Great shot.
Welcome everyone to the stream. How's your night going? Let us know in the chat. We're talking about everything in this world. Whatever you wanna share with us, just drop it. Say hi first of all.
Strength rifle, tricking Vitality. Now earning themselves an eco, building some momentum here from the hard side, from the T side.
I mean, you can't, you know, it can't be overtime. Na'Vi can do that. But it seems like they're not in the form. I don't know. I'll be honest,
slip up, keeping it in the zone. Full focus.
Yeah.
Full belief.
Nice. It's so nice.
Easy thing to do when you are down a map. Not an easy thing to do when your season has been atrocious. It's one of the longer standing rosters now in Na'Vi. This is a major championship roster in Na'Vi.
Yeah, in our very late in history, you know, first couple of years of CS2. All right, round 19. Are we gonna build momentum, Alexi? This game is still not won yet.
Right, let's focus on the game. 8 to 10. Vitality won the first map. Is that gonna be the end? Looks like it's gotta be the end. Whoop, nice. Damage the second one. Damage the Im.
But watch the CT activity now, because that was 3 players confirmed outside. It wasn't just one crossing. Na'Vi in the spot last time. They were very shrewd. Didn't immediately commit lower. Found a way upstairs to isolate Mezzy.
Vitality playing lower, super thorough. You can see the caution that Rob's had.
These are the weird spots.
To be honest, after you've mentioned it, it seems like it can be. It seems like, yeah.
Maybe everyone would have normally crossed the secret and found just a place to chill there, or they start to peel back to the lobby.
I'll be honest with you, I'm so out of the game. I just, you know, enjoyed our conversations. We were talking. I didn't really watch it, so yeah. He might be close.
Sent Rops lower to clear it out. He's now very close to Alexi. Just misses the timing. That could open a window for Rops.
Yeah, but yeah, he's missed this and feels like he has some information. Oh, that's a big punish.
More concerned about up top now. Suddenly ZywOo won't have that support. He's gonna get compromised. Mezzy turns, and he's gonna at least kill the Heaven player.
The molly's bad.
Vent, the jump up to the
Yeah.
Not twice, not again. Na'Vi 1 round shy.
Let's go, Na'Vi.
Loki, I'll be honest with you. I want
putting the squeeze on that A side.
I want Vitality to take this map. I overall believe they're gonna win this matchup.
Back on Mirage, it was Na'Vi who did
tell us.
It was Vitality who were taking everything and forcing them to hunt, but they weren't doing it. Now Vitality are the ones looking around in a few of these spots. Blade immediately jumping to another timeout.
Yo, welcome everyone to the stream. Feel free to join our conversation, join the chat, say hi.
But it hasn't always actually worked. So we'll see. The easiest solution, the most direct solution, is to start secret, try to get a peek off, see if there's people outside, or catch a lurker. Oh, but that's a pause.
What's the Rob story?
Followed by
I don't know this.
here. An MP9 for Rops.
Is it bad?
These kinds of rounds go Vitality's way this series.
Yo, 5 people watching. Nice. Say hi. It's nice to see you guys. Thank you for joining.
It's waiting for the push. Flamesy doesn't look like he wants to overstep that yellow line. Keeps himself tucked in.
So intense.
Played the spots once before, but it's supported
So
by
intense. Yup.
Raptors
He saw. Both.
Oh. It's a Rob's casualty trying to push from
Right.
Flamesy though will give Vitality a glimmer of hope on this one.
Don't let it be an eco.
Nemes, look at his wrap around Zywoo. Zywoo's ready.
Oh.
They have effectively won these rounds until now. Maybe 50 seconds for Na'Vi to still recover.
It looks like he knows the game plan entirely. He's running outside.
It's an AK for Zywoo. He's going to move that rifle, and as he's in transition, it is going to yet again have to be those pistols from within this A site. It is a good amount of ramp control as well for Vitality. JL is trying to slip up, and as he does, Flamesy's going to collect it. Not like this. Not with Heartbreak. And again, Alexi into the action, but they've not gotten this player off top hut. They're going to find them on both sides. The AK-47s.
1 HP, wonderful.
And Apex on the lurk. Blocked by fire. Bomb goes down. They have evened this out, but Wonderful is barely alive. 1 point of health. With Alexi on the backside. Does he have them nervous? Can Alexi keep them steady?
He got Zywoo in the back.
I don't think so.
Oh. They pulled
How are you feeling about this, Mopcha?
Just as Na'Vi felt like they got the ball rolling.
Ooh, that one's gonna sting.
Yeah, it's
I'm surprised they wanted to keep trying to go back upstairs, especially when it was this Flamesy Mezzy setup, and they saw both. They didn't know about Zywoo, so maybe that was a worthwhile risk, but...
Okay, 13-11.
That one's just gonna hurt.
We'll see.
That one's just gonna... The Major's on the line here. They made this comeback happen. They got that other eco out. Now Xtaz is amped about it. 1 timeout left for Vitality.
So you're like still in school, like high school? You now have a break, right? Like summer break.
Back in Copenhagen. That's what they need to tap into now. They're the guys who work overtime, extra hours. They know that they're always going to fight from behind versus these more stacked lineups in terms of talent.
Yeah, that was cinema. It was so intense. High school. Is it last year, or how many years you still gotta go? Who enjoys? Who does? Yeah, this shit is crazy.
They have found success outer. Will they try to take it there again? You're not gonna find Apex.
Oh god, 3 more years, that's crazy. It's so... I mean, seems like a waste of time. I don't know. What? Oh my god. Do these people... Oh, 1 last bullet. That was a fail. That was such a failure. Yeah, you were sold the idea of fun high school.
It's the perfect move. It's a gift here. Apex, that mistake.
Zywoo and Mezzy to save it. But it looks like Vitality have just delivered a gift to Na'Vi. Question is, did he cancel the animation? Did he just forget to reload? And he may have gotten the 1 kill, but he knew he let a second player cross. And in doing so,
yeah, that was crazy. 1 bullet.
Gives himself up to Wonderful, gives
I mean,
over to Na'Vi.
Yeah, well, this totally
that
makes
was
up for that last round. Absolutely.
Happens to happens to the best, right?
Felt like it was over
That was painful to watch.
just missed him coming through the smoke on the side. Of the well.
Really?
And if he had even got that bullet off before his teammate died inside of Mini,
I haven't played CS for a very long time. I mean, I just do the farming stuff and that's it, because there's other things to do in life.
Double digits secured. Right.
Hey, I see 3 people on the stream.
Better be able to find his nerve after that
It's
one.
nice. Say hi. Join our conversation. No, now it's 2. Someone left us. Every time I say there is someone on the stream and I ask them to say hi, they just leave. Do people scared of saying hi? Like, that's crazy.
One bullet gets the kill. Wow. Gun is empty. Oh. I mean, that's even worse.
Yeah.
If he misses with the one shot he had. Oh. But he knows.
Yeah.
I mean, he was lucky to get this one top kill, otherwise he would be like so screwed. He at least changed him, like, you know.
Disbelief across the board for Vitality. Navi still within touching distance of Vitality's lead.
Shoulder the blame for that one. No op in play. You got FaZe on the MP9. Rob's on a FaMAS here.
Welcome everyone on the stream. Nice to see you.
Try to be the front runner outer.
Feel free to say hi.
Stop them from getting some kind of footing down towards Secret already. Anybody else take a swing at it? No. No more spam, no more challenge on these smokes. It's 2 players locked in with a route towards B, but Bomb's still back on Alexi.
Been loving Navi in these positions, 5v5, getting the outside cross secured. Got Apex copying and
Who will play FaZe against? That's a good question. I can't remember. Let me check.
Because Apex is not in a good spot to rotate. He's a great spot to cover outside, cover the lurks that can take place, and help Mezzi on upper. But he can't really move from here safely. So right now, ZywOo floating around help. There's a lot of pressure on him as a loose piece to rotate, get some info back in case Apex needs it. 45 seconds. They might actually go into Apex's plan.
Oh, Wonderful could have had an opening kill. ZywOo dancing with death here as, again, he's trying to offer up utility.
Apex gonna love to see that smoke. If no one crosses, he's got full vision of it. ZywOo's now making the rotate downstairs.
He's sitting and wait. This is forced Navi down. ZywOo's trying to scramble for some sort of positioning. In some way, he has to cut them off. Bomb is going to approach site from the other side. ZywOo goes down with nothing. FaMAS here in Robs' hand to at least get the trade back onto Bit. It's vent control.
That's intense. Nice. Nice.
And on the hunt between the lurkers. Mezzi looking to lock horns with JL, trying to get this road down to the B site. Both of these players will eventually be needed. At the moment, it is Apex with the kit.
Oh, he tricked him.
Mezzi gets it up, 4v2, cut back by 1. You want to clutch, Wonderful, now's your time. A highlight reel moment, but a missed shot does not bode well. The no-scope does.
Nice.
If he had hit that one in the backside, it's a desperate defuse from Apex. Instead, Vitality.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Round call on the setup. Apex. This is one of those moments where you can have that smoke on Mini, but it can be used against you if you aren't actually going for the play. They didn't need to throw that down. They used it as a fake, and because Apex played back fake garage again, ZywOo got in early, and Robs is right behind him. Even though ZywOo doesn't get a kill, they had 2 chances to win.
That's the moment that could have been for Wonderful.
And yeah, you told us it's gonna be 13-11. That's exactly what's gonna happen, right? You told us.
Mezzi turning into the MVP of this match at the moment.
Fast cross for him again.
Stepping up to help ZywOo, who's propped.
That's a good question. That's what I was thinking about. Are they drinking beer or energy drinks?
Apex running for this to help out.
Not sure beers are allowed. So they all rush. They all rush B.
Worried about somebody else in these corners. There's nobody home towards ramp. FaZe with an angle over from single. But this whole pack of Navi players on the
oh my god, that was
the single door control for the side of Navi.
Instant trade.
From Mezzi. Gonna have to make this happen with a man disadvantage.
Look at the money though.
Do they save?
Yeah, I don't even think they want to go for this.
Do we go round 24?
We go round
Alright, they save.
Folks.
You told us. You told us.
Incredible here for Navi. Great shot from Bit to take out Robs like that.
Much needed instant kill out of Bit.
Let's see.
Like he's been taking over, and I'm not just talking about this map. I'm talking about this season.
And this is why you can have a style You can be slow, you can be defaulty, but you have to throw in tempo changes. Otherwise, people are not going to use their pre-mollies and nades too often. And right here,
yeah, Makcho, you predict today so well.
Every other round we've seen from them has been taking red control, getting Imma on the cross outside, and they still managed to do both. That's just beautiful.
Yeah, the knife.
Imma has only 10 kills, but he's been so successful at taking Secret, using that against Vitality, really stressing the rotations. And they've been isolating these places to one player. Rops here inside of ramp. When Apex is running in, Mezzi on upper, that first round that started this comeback. Na'Vi are getting the isolation fights. And that's even a spot where if Rops gets one, it's still hard for him to get a second. They've got so many players ready to trade.
Final timeout. Xtaz saved it, but you open a door for Blade to fine-tune the system.
Absolutely, man. And I mean, it has been a great tapestry of T-side rounds here to watch for Na'Vi. They put together a very solid game plan. I'm seeing a lot of confidence from them in the reads and the setups. And there is tons of...
No, as I told you, I don't play CS like at all currently. I just do farm, and that's it.
Na'Vi yet again here at a major to defy all odds. With a mere 5 rounds CT side, they take to the attack. Alexi B exceeds all expectations statistically on this map. 24th round.
The moment of truth.
Come on, Austin, make some noise!
Yay! Austin makes some noise.
Edge of our seats for this one, and Apex wants in on action. Again, just constantly trying to block off these smokes.
Did he miss those?
Yeah.
Yes, no, he hit it, yep.
Well done, there's the effect. And when Secret has been so instrumental to Na'Vi.
Let's just say do so many nades. They threw
Open a knife and never again.
Smokes here. It's going to be mirroring another round that they played earlier. A round that they won, by the way.
Sure.
That's the one where they isolated Mezzi upstairs.
Costs more utility. ZywOo off the leash. Him and Robs. What better duo could you ask for to win?
What's the dream knife? What's the best one for you?
Take over trophy. The rest of Vitality also inching ever
What do you
closer
like?
to this challenge, but the numbers are here for Na'Vi as well.
Now, the late ramp rotations that have come in before, this is preemptive. They've got him in such a good spot.
Flamesy trying again. Robs on trophy. They're going to try to time it so that they both attack at the same time. JL thinking about going for the swing.
So hard to coordinate.
Right, who's gonna go first? Oh, with a nade. JL is lucky to be standing as he almost got toppled with a nade.
Oof, barely escaped.
Now we have to make a choice.
Flamesy's in the same corner he's played in the past. Wonderful right here in hut. Meanwhile, Na'Vi get the entry.
Nice. Oh no! He just carried it with those 3 beautiful kills. Just the aim.
It is on Ema, and with 15 seconds, he's got to somehow grab that bomb. We've got low health on Mezzi.
Nice, easy. You just predicted that. That's what you told us. It's exactly what you said.
Vitality one step closer to the crown jewel. This team is built on greatness, and greatness knows no bounds.
Easy.
Absolutely amazing work here, Vitality, in the final moments. Na'Vi tried.
Yeah, your predictions went so well today. Like everything, every single one of those.
Then Mezzi to get the final word in that game. Amazing performance from the one UK player here on the stage. Absolutely amazing gameplay from the perspective of mechanics, anchoring map to map. He had even more to give, you could see it. That was crystal clean rifling.
Listen, we are all here to sing the praise of Robs and his ability to unlock Vitality into winning ways. But this series,
oh, that's a good. Just show. Oh my god! Just saw the knife. That's a good choice. It's a good one.
Give a bow, Vitality. What a win!
What a win indeed! And Apex, they've been yelling at you the whole game, calling you names. What do you want to say to them?
That's all you can say. Ooh, fuck you, Apex. Ooh.
Listen, I say that, but you see signs, Derek. Love you, Apex. Maybe Apex isn't a bad guy. That's their true feelings.
Yeah, that's okay. They can say whatever they want. I don't give a fuck once again.
Apex.
Scream on us, boo us, do whatever you have to do. I don't give a fuck once again.
It doesn't matter to you guys. What does matter is, I guess, how you react in the server. And I
Yeah.
want to ask you specifically about how you motivate your guys, because Flamesy on Mirage did not have a good start. And what are the kind of things you say to someone in that moment under that pressure to make sure that they're on again?
Well, yeah, I think Mirage and I mean both maps were pretty
But spirits are out. What do you mean?
Calm and focus on Mirage, and we made the comeback possible slowly and won. Did a really good T side. And then on Nuke, we played a bit scared, I would say. We let them a bit too much space, and then they could do whatever they wanted. So that was a bit hard for us to defend the bomb site, and yeah. But then we won. What a crazy run from Mezi last round, and it feels good to be in semifinal.
Absolutely. Good round by Mezi. You also made them miss their smoke, so it was all going well. Mao's up next. You've played them so many times.
Oh, it's gonna be Vitality
Maybe
Mouse.
turned a new page, kicking out Spirit. How do you feel about that matchup here?
Yeah, I think of course we have a bit out of mental hedge on them, which is normal. But it's a major, and you never know what can happen. So I think they delivered really well yesterday. They played a really crazy game. And for sure, like the last 6 games will not count on tomorrow for us. We're not gonna get this extra.
Yeah, we lost to Mouse yesterday.
To go to the final.
Eyes on the prize.
That's why you saw Donk on the bench.
Yes, it's true. I'm
Enjoying the game through the crowd.
Some Navi fans in attendance today, and this does end their run. In Austin.
Yeah, Team Spirit with Donk.
How goes it, man?
We let you down, but you showed up for both the teams.
They played with Mouse yesterday and they lost.
It was amazing to play in this arena.
It was 2-1. They took the first map, and then they lost 2 in a row.
Mr. JL.
Yeah, it's a huge L. Yeah, the L in the JL stands for loser. Hey, you take some wins, you take some losses. Yeah, we played well. I enjoyed the game actually, but it wasn't enough. They were just better.
Well, tell me how hard it is to beat this Vitality squad. What is it that's making them so ferocious?
I will be very honest. They seemed very beatable today. Today, though. Maybe on the other
Right, Mapcha. Thank you for the company. I really enjoyed talking to you, watching this game with you.
But I want to ask you, what's the difference between this?
It was a pleasure to meeting you. Thanks everyone who joined, who've been watching the game. Yeah, so maybe like see you because it's getting pretty late here, so I'm gonna go night because I don't know. I believe FaZe is gonna take that. So no doubt.
A whole bunch of people standing around here. A whole bunch of people want to hear what you have to say. Ain't that right, Texas? Does that sound about right?
So yeah, mate. Good night. Good night, everyone. I see someone else on the stream, so yeah, thanks for joining. Yeah, guys, have a good sleep, and yeah, maybe like see you some next time. Yeah, take care, guys. Bye bye.